Hi all, welcome to the session. This is VC from VC's Academy. In today's class we will discuss about Mendel and his work. He is Gregor Mendel. Mendel is known as father of modern genetics. He is the one who gave genetics a branch of science with his great work. In 1857, Gregor Johann Mendel started working on the problem of how variations were passed from one generation to the other. This is the year in which Gregor Mendel started to work on variations and how they are transferred or passed from one generation to the other. Mendel did not do his experimental work either in a university or in a laboratory. So where he has done his work in the monastery. As he was a monk in a monastery, he simply did his experiments in the monastery garden. So what he did, he worked for over 7 years, after which he presented the conclusions from his experimental data in the form of a detailed research paper. It took over 7 years for Mendel to frame out the conclusions, and he presented the conclusions of his experiments in a data which is as a detailed research paper. Mendel made many careful observations of plants and found that pea plants would be most suitable to carry on further experimentation. So he made careful observations on many plants and found that pea plants would be easy or suitable to carry out his experiments to the further level. Then he planned and designed the experiments to find out the answers to questions that came to his mind. He took pea plant as his experimental material, and then he designed the experimental process and procedures to find out the answers to the questions which came into his mind. He took pea plants of 34 different varieties and nearly worked on 10,000 pea plants to do the final result of what he want to explain about variations. So here he worked on nearly 10,000 pea plants of 34 different varieties. After observing the pea plants carefully, he came out with the conclusions, and he noted that each pea plant differ from one another in many ways. For example, plants were tall or dwarf. Seed shape is round or wrinkled. Seed cover is either yellow or green. He came and he he observed the plants very carefully. He told that pea plants were either tall or dwarf, and observed the seed shape carefully and said the seed shape is round or wrinkled, and the seed cover, which we call as cotyledon color, is either yellow or green. And thus Mendel has chosen 7 pairs of contrasting characters for his study. And what he did, he finally chosen 7 pairs of contrasting characters for his final study on pea plants. What are the characters? The difference in the form of ripe seeds. Differences which we see in the ripe seeds or in the form of which they are either round or deeply wrinkled. Some seeds were round or some seeds were deeply wrinkled. The difference, the color of the seed albumen. And next he took the seed albumen endosperm color. So the color of the seed albumen also differ. The albumen of the ripe seed is either pale yellow or bright yellow and orange colored, or it possesses a more or less intense green tint or green shade or tone of green color. This difference of color is easily seen in the seeds as their coats are transparent. Due to the coats being transparent, the colors can easily be seen in the seeds. The difference in the color of the seed coat. Now coming to the seed coat color. What is the colors it have? This is either white with the characters of white flowers are constantly correlated, or it is gray or gray brown, or sometimes leather brown with or without violet spottings. So here he observed that the seed coat color, this is either white with the character of white flowers are constantly correlated. Here it says that the seed coat is, if it is of white, and sometimes the white flowers are constantly correlated with the seed color, or it is grey colored or grey brown colored, sometimes leather brown with or without violet spottings. If you observe the seed coat and the flowers, sometimes the white flowers will give the seed coat white color, and sometimes may not give the same. They may be grey, grey brown, leather brown with or without violet spottings. The difference in the form of the ripe pods, now he chose the pod, these are either simply inflated, not constricted in places, or they are deeply constricted between the seeds and more or less wrinkled. So here he said that the pods were of two types. One is inflated, which is not having any constrictions in between, and the other type is having deep constrictions between the seeds and more or less wrinkled. The difference in the color of the unripe pods. Now he came with the raw pods. They are either light or dark green or vividly yellow. If you observe the color of the unripe pods, they are either light to dark green or yellow colored. The difference in the position of the flowers. Now he took the position of the flowers, and what he observed, they are either axial, is distributed along the main stem, or they are terminal, that is bunched at the tip of the stem. So he took the position of the flower and he said there are two types of flowering positions in pea plant. One is axial in position, that is which is distributed along the stem, or they are terminal, that which are bunched at the tip of the stem. The difference, the length of the stem. Took the length of the stem as a study for his observation. He found out that length of the stem is varied in some forms. Experiments with this character, in order to discriminate with certainty, the long axis of 6 to 7 feet was always crossed with the short one of 3 by 4 or 1.5 feet, which is popularly called the tall and dwarf varieties. In order to observe the length of the stem of pea plant, he did experiments particularly with tall plant and a dwarf plant. These are popularly known as tall and dwarf varieties. Mendel hypothesized that characters were carried as traits, and an organism always carried a pair of factors for a character. He said that, and he had a hypothetical approach for characters, that every organism carries characters in pairs. Each pair is responsible for particular characters. Also hypothesized that distinguishing traits of the same character were present in the population of an organism. So what he also observed, and he made a conclusion for our hypothesized, is that the traits of the same character were present in population of a particular organism with having differences. And he assumed that traits shown by the pea plants must be in the seeds that produced them, and he came to the assumption that traits shown by the pea plants must be in the seeds that produced them. Seeds must have obtained these traits from their parent plant. So the seeds, where these seeds got these traits, these seeds got these traits from their parent plants. And he also got few questions. How do parent plants pass on their traits to the seeds? So he got a question in his mind. How do parent plants pass on their traits to the seeds? And will the seeds from tall plants always produce new tall plants or not? So he carried out several experiments to find out answers to such type of questions. What were the questions came into mind after reading all these and observing all these characters were, how do plants pass on their traits to the seeds, like parent plant passing on their traits to the seeds, and will these seeds from the tall plants always produce new tall plants? We'll see the continuation of this concept in my next. Thank you. Hope you all understood.